Okay, here we go. First time Facebook Live. I'm Carla Payne. I'm the owner of Aging Care Matters, and I wanted to say hi, Mom, because she's probably the only one watching right now. But wanted to share with those that are watching or might watch later why and how I became a care manager and why aging care matters. So, those of you that do know me know my story that my father, Carl Wyatt, which I was named after, I'm Carla, was bipolar. He was diagnosed when I was a year old, and so my entire life were the episodes of depression and mania and lots of moves. I think I've moved over 34 times in my life, and so there was a lot of transition and changes. And I was the youngest of three. I have two older brothers. Shout out to Mark and Eric. And as his age increased, so did the medical issues and the challenges. And actually, as he was entering his senior years, I was living in Pennsylvania as my parents were living in Hickory, North Carolina. So I became that long distance daughter with two small children and trying to manage a household and life, but handling things long distance, calling every single day, checking on my mom as the primary caregiver of my father, and how was she holding up and what was happening. I was advocating and calling doctor's offices, psychiatrists, the National Institute of Health, just everywhere trying to get support. And as all of you know, the system is very broken. It's very complicated and not easy to navigate. And I was at a loss, but I did the best I could. And I actually reached out to an organization that's nationally known that was free. So great resources. However, the tours that they set up, as we needed to place, I needed to place my dad. When I flew down, the places that had been set up as tours were out of our price range, and it wouldn't work. And so I had a very short amount of time to find a place for my dad, and it was devastating. And it was a hellhole, actually. And I cried all the way back, and just was devastated at how we had to rush to find something that we could afford. And so, oh, thank you, whoever that is. So with that, my dad's health continued to decline, and I was at a loss, long distance away. And so I don't know if this will make sense, but I started volunteering at nursing homes and visiting people who did not have any visitors. So I became what's called an ombudsman, and there is an ombudsman in every county. And you can also become a volunteer ombudsman, where you can go and visit folks and watch for residents' rights and making sure that what their needs are being met in the nursing facilities. So I started doing that in Pennsylvania, and it was a way that I could touch someone and help them, as I was trying so hard from a long distance to try to help my parents. It was a good catharticism for me to be able to do something tangible. So his health declined, and he passed away. He passed away in July, I believe it was 2008. And my mom will correct me on that. The days, the years all blur together. Anyway, I felt spurred back to college. I have a master's in counseling, but I went back. I got a certification in gerontology. What could I do? How could I make a difference? And it's there at West Chester University that I found out about care management, that there's a National Association of Professional Care Managers. And as I looked into it, I'm like, that's it. That's my calling. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be that person that I so needed for my family. I'm going to help navigate and advocate and all the eights, mediate and coordinate and all the things to help families that are dealing with these aging issues that are so complicated, and you don't know what you don't know, and then you're in it and you don't know which way to turn and all the emotions. It's devastating. So that's where I found my calling, and that's where I started my journey and received my certification in care management. And I met Aaron Kershaw. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron Kershaw, who was also in the graduate program. And we developed Brandywine Elder Care Management. There's a plane. It's live. We developed and created Brandywine Elder Care Management in Media, Pennsylvania. And started out feeling our way, and we were partners for 5 years until my family decided to move back to North Carolina, and we chose the amazing town of Wake Forest. Huge shout out to Wake Forest, my home, my final resting place where I'm going to set roots. I should probably plant a tree out here because there's all these beautiful trees, and I think I might have to plant one myself. So this is home, and this is where I've started Aging Care Matters. And when I chose that name, I was really focusing on the care of our aging and all the matters that are associated. There's so much to deal with, so much to process, so many details. So, and in addition to that, the care of our aging matters. So Aging Care Matters is the company that I formed, and we're in our 4th year, and I have an amazing team. Jill Jones-Murr is my director of operations and just the foundation of keeping the boat afloat. And I have 3 outstanding care managers, Rebecca Wyatt and Sherry Castro Wheeler and Ann Dennis. Oh, thank you for that. Little messages are coming in and makes my heart full. So thank you so much. I want to do this more often, and so what I'd like to ask is, as this goes out, if there's any questions, anything about aging care or aging matters, I want you to reach out. I want you to direct message. You can email me, Carla at Aging Care Matters. You can call our office number, 919-525-6464, or text. Give me your questions, and I'm going to try to do this more often, and I want to try to help educate and support anyone. And then whatever I share, I ask that you continue to share. Let's spread the word. Let's help each other. And thank you for listening. And I wish you all good things, and I'll look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. Bye.